gave us more than just files and streams. You gave us hope built on passionate dreams. Every build you dropped felt like a gift, a piece of your soul that made our hearts lift. We're missing your voice, the humor, the light, but the energy you gave still burns so bright. A true one, a brother, the king of your scene, forever in our hearts, forever supreme. As a CMan, the legend lived on, your story keeps playing. Though you're gone, thanks for the moments, the joy to shine. Your spirit's eternal, your memory lies. Rest in peace, CMan, the legend lived on, your story keeps playing. Though you're gone, thanks for the moments, the joy to shine. Your spirit's eternal, your memory divine. You helped everyone with kindness and code, a legend remember wherever we go.
Hey y'all, this is a little bit of a different show. We're going to kind of talk about somebody that was a big member of this community. He did a lot for a lot of people, and I think that as this week has went by and we've seen where memories that people or experiences and exchanges that CMan had with different people, we thought, actually my wife had suggested, said, hey, why don't you just do a show and people can come on and talk about some of that stuff, celebrate his life, celebrate the things that he taught people. So this show is really not about a lot of streaming stuff. It's just going to be, we're just going to see what people want to talk about and kind of heal from the hurt, as well as rejoicing in some of the great experiences that we have had, with Chris. So, I'm just going to open the floor. And again, for people that would like to join the show, message me or Alban on Telegram, and we will get you on. We're going to do our best to try to rotate through some people so we don't get 10 people trying to pile in at one time. So going to rotate through some of that. So not trying to make anybody mad. So if we have people that come on, share experiences, we may have to move them off as to let others in. As well, I would welcome people over on the side chat to post your thoughts over there. If you don't have to come on the show to share experiences, you have the ability to post right there, and we'll try to toss it over here on the screen. Alban's going to be running through some of these are comments that were made in Streaming Matters room, as well as some of the other rooms. So he's going to just run through some of the people and the comments they made over the last, it's been 5 days, 6 days now. So first and foremost, I want to say my condolences go to the family that lost a father or a husband or brother. That goes out first and foremost. But I'm going to open the floor, and we've got a few people in here. We got Ellie is in here with us today at the moment. Kodi Man's in here, as well as SG is on the panel. I will say, and I posted this a few rules earlier today in the Streaming Matters room, and I know Ellie passed them around, and I really appreciate that, to try to keep this as organized as possible and be sensitive to what we have here. I'm not looking for people, and I know people sometimes in Kodi can have alliances or people that they don't care for. If somebody's on this panel and you're on the panel, I would ask, be respectful. This isn't about you and somebody else's issues, because one of the things with CMan, he was friends to a lot of people, and that was one of his great characters, is being friends to so many people. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up to get the floor off to who would ever like to jump in first.
Well, I guess I'll start off with it's been a long time, you guys. It's been a long time since I first started. When I first came to Telegram, you guys, Um, I was Kodi, man, and everybody knew me as that. But I really got a chance to go further in this community once I made it to Telegram. And CMan, he was the first one to come to me and open his arms and you know even help me put a build together that was amazing. That a lot of people in the community love and saw, and it was good. And he helped me through those hard times. And there's been good times where me and him just sat back, chilled and talked, and and just had had some brother to brother time. So I really appreciate everything that man has done for me. The different things that he's created throughout my life, that I was able to be part of something that I've never ever was before. So shout out to my dude, C-Man from above. Love you, dude. God bless you. Rest in peace. And that's all I really got to say.
Thank you, Kodi man.
Yeah.
He's going to
Yeah,
be
he was a
sadly missed.
yeah.
He's definitely going to be sadly missed. Too young, really. He was like 2 years younger than me, and he helped me out. He helped me out with a lot of stuff, and it's sad. I remember years ago when Wookie passed away.
Mhm.
It is sad. And the thing is, Kodi is a community. We're like a family, and when someone passes away, everybody feels it. But also, I think a lot of people, they need to understand that family is more important than Kodi.
Mhm.
And you wouldn't believe the amount of DMs I've had. What's happening with Critical Server? What's happening with this? What's happening? Blah blah blah. And people need to take a step back sometimes and say, well, it's okay. It's been 2 days since a good man has passed away. So, give us a chance to get things going. It's I'm saying I'm going to set up a server to keep on with CMan's legacy. And I haven't even answered half the DMs I've had because it's just been ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But on a positive note, I'm going to make sure that his legacy carries on. And the wizard's still there, the builds will still be there. I'm going to do what I can, as much as I can. But people have got to be patient at the same time, But, the Kodi community, again, is missing a lovely guy, and he was a pure gentleman. Absolute gentleman. He'd help anyone. Doesn't matter with what or whatever. Even like, I remember I used to message him and say, yo, bro. And he'd say, Simon, do you know that it's 5:30 in the morning? And I go, oh, sorry, time difference. And he said, it's really early. I said, well, get up then. And he would laugh. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm going to miss him so much. You wouldn't believe, the laughs me and him have had, the chats me and him have had. It's been absolutely, well, I still feel sick that he's passed away.
Well, and I think that after when we started reading some of the things, and you see the people that he helped, and I mean, I knew my relationship with him, and it was, I mean, just a genuine guy. I mean, him and I, there was times we would have he was on the Streaming Matter show, and I actually pulled it up. The first time he came on the show, October 30th, 2020. So 5 years, almost to the day, he was on the show for the first time. And I remember him coming on, and he was so scared and nervous. And I'm like, we're just going to roll with it. And, you know, it's not like this is network TV. I mess up plenty. And I was like, we just run in and we'll have a conversation. And it was just so when I went back and looking, it's 5 years almost to the day of him being on here and talking, and then being on Player Pass, you know, and always, even when we differed in opinions, him and I could have that conversation without it being an argument. You know what I mean? Respecting each other's opinions, even though you don't agree with it, but respecting it. And him and I would have those kind of discussions, and I loved that. I loved, you know, and he's greatly going to be missed, and that's going to be tough.
He was a nice guy, I gotta be honest. Like, and you know, when we decided to collaborate, I knew that he was definitely a nice guy, you know, and we talked so much about setting up the wizard, you know, helping each other out with builds and things like that. And then obviously, you know, his illnesses, cancer. By the way, FU cancer.
Yeah.
And you know, he was there for me when I lost a dear friend of mine 2 years ago, again through cancer. And you know, he really helped me through it and stuff, you know. And then for him to be going through the same, you know, the same shit, you know, it's really sad, you know. But he loved Kodi. He loved doing bills, and God, he always used to send me like a picture of his builds he did. What do you think, Sam? What do you think? What do you think? And I'd be like, looks awesome, bro. It looks awesome. And he'd be like, do you think I should, you know, stick it in the wizard? I go, damn, just do it, man. And you know, he always sort of like, you know, sent me the pictures and things, little video or whatever, and say, what do you think? And I think, well, what are you asking me for? Just do it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. Do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of guy he was. And, you know, I used to send him pics of a little build I do, and he'd go, bro, that's awesome. And I go, yeah, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
I remember one time, this was the first time that I learned how to, you know, zip a build up. And you know, I did it when I went to go zip the build up the first time, and I learned, I did it through the wizard, and he knew as soon as I gave it to him. He's like, you zipped this through the wizard, didn't you? I said, yeah. He goes, no. He says, you go in there, get the add-on folder, and you use the data folder, and you zip it up that way. I said, what? So, you know, I mean, that's something I didn't know, you know what I mean? Now, I was new to the community. I didn't know. So that was the first thing he ever told me, how to properly zip up a build. And he was like, look, dude, he's like, if you don't zip it up right, it's going to throw errors. And he knew exactly when I did that. So, you know, I shout out to him for helping me do that. You know, that was something I did not know. And there's a lot of things, you know, he taught me, you know, and you know, showing me the different ropes and how to get this done, how to get that done. And man, you know, I just really appreciate that dude. And shout out to his, you know, his family, you know, for going through some hard times. You know, I have his phone number, you know, and I was gonna send a text. But you know what? I said, nah. I said, you know what? You guys, I sat down in my room the first night, you know, it happened. I cried. And I just gave it to God. You know, I prayed to God and told God, you know, heal his family from this. You know, keep him, safe with you while he's up there. You know, so a lot of things. You know, I wasn't never a religious person until release recently. You know, and now I give it to God. I let him handle
Mhm,
it. You
mhm.
know, because he's up there with him, and I mean, at least he ain't struggling no more. You know, he's not going through no more pain. You know, he's up there, he's making builds still, he's having
Heavenly
fun.
builds. Heavenly
Yep.
builds.
He's got multiple builds up there.
Yeah. I
Well,
miss
think
him.
about
I'll be
this.
honest.
You were talking about cancer, and people, a lot of people in the community don't know this guy dealt with cancer for
For a long
years.
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
years. This
A
guy
long
was
time.
sick as a dog at so many times over the last number of years that he would beat it, and he was like clean. You know, he thought, oh, I got it, and being sick as a dog and updating his add-on every damn day.
He was
Uh,
on the ball, wasn't he? On the
oh,
ball every time.
people think, oh, then people would say, oh, I'm requesting this movie or this documentary or this show, and he'd do it. And some people, a lot of people didn't know this guy is really, really sick right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he wouldn't put it
100%.
out there. You know, only his close friends knew
Yeah.
But
how
he
sick
was
he was.
he was first
Yeah, he
diagnosed in 2021.
Mhm.
That's how long ago
yeah,
it
he would tell me all the time, man. He'd be like, Cody, man, I feel, I feel bad. I feel sick. And at one time he told me, he says, man, I feel like I'm dying. I said, dude, and then he was, every time I called him, he was at the hospital. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm like, man, yeah,
Well, we used to tell him off on a regular basis, you know,
yeah,
just leave it, leave it alone. You don't need to do it. And he would
Said it.
not do it, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he'd say to me, yeah, all right, then I won't do it then. And he'd wake up in the morning and he'd added about 25 things.
Yeah, it would.
I
It
said,
would.
when he wakes up, I'm going
100%. 100%.
right.
And people would
Oh,
message him, people would say, can you have you got this one? Have you got this one? And blah blah blah. And he'd be like, yeah, 2 minutes, bro, bang, it'd be done.
exactly.
And it's like, he was like, he was ill himself, and he would still be doing stuff for other people when he should be probably chilling out and relaxing. And I told him so many times, bro, chill out, relax. Cody's not life, family's life.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, no, but I enjoy what I do. And
But I
that's,
think, but I think I mean, I know that was the case, but it just gave him a little bit of kind of normalcy in the midst of everything. It took his mind off of it and gave him something else to do. I mean, he was just so infuriating with it, but it was it was the way that he chose to live his life. That's how he spend his time.
Yeah.
He didn't want to spend his time being miserable in a,
Or moping.
or moping.
I never heard him say
Moan.
woe with me.
No,
Never
No.
woe with me. It was always, you know what, I'll beat this.
he was
Yeah.
I'll get
positive.
past this.
always.
Yeah.
And
Positive.
that's and just like when I spoke to him last Thursday, and he was in the hospital,
Yeah.
and he's like, this is a rough one, you
Yeah.
know, and I knew something.
Was it pneumonia?
Yeah.
He had a pneumonia, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was just,
And he messaged me, well, not far before he passed away, and said, I said, you okay, bro? I said, my prayers are with you. And he said, I'm okay, bro.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. And I found out a couple of days later, because I've been busy working off Ellie. But it was I think to myself, at least he's out of the pain.
Yeah.
I lost my friend the year before from cancer. Like I said, he helped me out. Basically comforted me and said, "It'll be okay, bro. We do this, we that." I took my mind off it, you know. Even though he was battling with it himself, and that's the kind of guy he was, you know.
I'm sorry, Ellie, you going to go ahead and then I'll let Tribalize. I see he's jumped in the show, but we'll hold on because you were saying a few things, Ellie. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't know. It's just so hard, isn't it? It's hard to kind of, you know, so many memories, so many kind of stories. I remember when I first turned up on Telegram, and I was a bit late on Telegram. I was hanging around Facebook, and I turned up and I joined Iconic, and you know, I wasn't very confident, you know, and he always used to message me and say to me, "I really love what you've done. I really like that thing that you've done." You know, it was always really encouraging. And I think, like other people have said, that was what was just so lovely about him, you know, was that he always took time out to commend people. You know, we've seen that in the chat, haven't we, over the last week, where, you know, people have said that, you know, maybe they've struggled and they don't really know how to do things, and you know how some people can give people a real hard time about the silly things that people can't do that maybe most of us can do. But he was always that person that would come in and say, "Well done, you know, you did a really good thing."
100%.
You know, and was always kind, was always gracious. You know, I mean, as I was saying earlier, you know, right up until the point where I kind of could do a few things for myself, and then he drove me absolutely potty. You know, creating all these backgrounds on a regular basis. You know, I mean, but even with that, I remember there was, what isn't there? It's got one called. Is it called Sliver? And I'd done that. He'd asked me for a background anyway. I'd done this background for him, and I'd accidentally wrote silver on it or something. And he'd messaged me, "Oh, this is amazing, it's awesome. But by the way," there's a slight spelling mistake in it, you know. And but still, you know, still really gracious and still really kind about it and stuff. But
now, Ellie,
sometimes I used to feel like his kind of personal art bitch, really. But
now, Ellie, now I would have called on that. You know me. I'd have said, "Ellie, what the F you doing, Ellie?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But never that, you know. But yeah, so I mean, it's kind of, you know, there are times I think, "Oh no, you know, he's back in my DMs again," you know.
He's back in. What's he want now?
But now it's kind of, you know, what would we do to have him back in our DMs again, you know, on a regular basis, you know? And it's like, I spoke to him every day at one point.
Sorry,
you know, it's just anyway.
I was looking over my DMs from him the other day, and dear me, it's heartbreaking. It is, you know. He was so young. He was 2 years younger than me.
Same age as your wife?
Yeah, same age as my wife. And, you know, I just think, well, it's hard work, like, you know. And you see so many people saying this. And I think to myself, well, hang on a minute now. You know, the poor man was really ill and still pleasing people. Do you know what I mean? He was still up in the morning, still, you know, uploading, like, you know, things that people requested. He still do it. And I just think the poor man had more on his brain to deal with than Kodi, but he was still cracking on with what he wanted to do, to please people, you know?
We still weren't enough.
Hey, let me go ahead and I'm gonna grab Tribalize. Thank you for holding off while we're kind of finishing up there. But thanks for coming on the show. Is there something, experiences or shared thing that you'd like to share with us about CMan, or things that he helped you with or anything like that? Tribalize, we're not hearing you. Oh, there. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, guys. One, condolences to the family. first and foremost. First thing I think of in this situation. 2, the loss of the community was always helpful. We've been chatting back and forth for, I look back at my chats, and I think it's when Telegram first started. We'd helped each other back and forth. We had some builders that shared the same wizard, so we would share back and forth. Was always helpful with coding. He helped me on one occasion. I helped him on a couple. What really got me was here recently, I didn't know how bad off he was. And it felt bad to me where he contacted me very recently and said, man, can you look at he actually said, hey, bro, can you look at my builds file? And somehow it had ballooned to 500,000 lines.
Yeah. He used to nag me saying, stop, press the space button. I said, I'm not.
Well, yeah, it was, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the program he was using. But it was before work, so it was early. This is like 5 in the morning. So I went through and removed 500,000 lines of space and sent it back. And I was like, I'm sorry, brother. I don't have time to finish it because it still had some errors in it. And he was like, no problem, bro. And then that was the last time I got to talk to him. And I feel bad I never got to finish it. But much respect to him and his family. And he's always been helpful.
I think I deleted probably like you said 1,000 lines on the thing, like and I sent it back to him and he said, SG, have you got a bill text? And I said, yeah, I sent it to him. I spent probably about 2 hours deleting all the gaps, and he uploaded it again and it was back to the same. I was like, oh my god. I said, CMan, I said, what have you done? I said, you spent hours deleting all the gaps. I said, it was all perfect. I said, and you re-uploaded the other one and it's gone back to exactly the same. I was like, oh my god.
He laughed. He said it was something with the FTP program he was using when we joked back and forth.
Yeah.
I said, stop using that to edit, do something else. And he laughed. He was like, okay, bro. You got to remember the good times, man.
Yeah, 100%. When you were talking, I know Ellie said something about that. She talked to him about having an add-on, and I told him several times, drop the add-on. I said, you know what? I said, this is way more work than what it's worth. I said, people can find content. There's scrapers that do it. All of this one click, the free links, all the extra work. I said, you don't need to do all that. I said, make it easier on yourself. And he's like, well, but people are dependent on that. I was like, fuck him. He loved it, though, didn't he? Yeah, he did. And it's like, he says, no, I can't do that. And I was like, I'm like, bro, just let it go. But he was that person that was going to make sure. He's like, because people are dependent on me to have the newest shows from last night updated, or the newest movie if there's a good qualities, or if it's a 4K. Nobody does that in the community right now. And I'm not trying to like talk down to anybody. I'm just being honest. You look over the landscape of add-ons. Yeah. First of all, one-clicks, there are a handful of one-click add-ons. A handful. And I don't mean a big handful. It's a small handful. And then if you go, what are the one-clicks that are free links that he spent the time to do? I don't think anybody's doing that. And I think it's going to be very difficult for someone to try to jump into those shoes, because he liked it. He loved it. It was his passion. And I think, like we were saying, probably a good distraction from the real struggles the real life struggles he was dealing with. 100%. And so, I think that people don't realize how much work goes into a one-click add-on until you do a one-click add-on. To create the one-click add-on is usually pretty easy on front. To do it day in, day out, day in, day out,
That
day
takes
in,
some
day out.
dedication.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, and people don't understand that. And so that's why on the show I always say, my heart, thank you to any of these developers that are working and doing that work, because it's not easy. It is, but he did. He was like, he was going to be, and all right. So he joked with me. I had Black Lightning in my build. He goes, "Oh, I see you got Black Lightning in there. Your one clicks." He goes, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "I like to have it in there so that I know what's out there." He goes, "Well, you don't use the one clicks?" I'm like, "No." I said, "Very rarely." I said, I use your one clicks to know when a good copy of something comes out. Then I go to Fend and watch it." He goes, "You motherfucker." He goes, "You're not even using my add-on." I said, "But I trust your add-on to tell me when there's good copies come out." And we laughed, and he goes, "Dang." He goes, "I don't know if to take that as a compliment or an insult that you're not using my stuff." I'm like, "It's a widget, because I can tell when something and I'll go to Fend because I get more links." But we laughed at it, that he was doing that work, and I could trust that that's when a good copy was out.
Yeah.
Not a KM or a TS. I knew a good copy was out, and then I could go into Fend. But he was like, so you just use it as an information reference. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. but we laughed about it. It's just, it's all good because
he kind of joked about it.
Yeah. It was good. I see lots of, and I know Alban, thank you for grabbing some of these comments. Some of the comments that Alban is showing up here, some of them are from in the Streaming Matters room or some of the other rooms where people had posted. Thank you, Alban, for grabbing those today to kind of give a tribute to what people have said over the last 5 days. And then also Alban's been grabbing some of these comments, and I thank everybody that's over in the side chat for your comments. And Alban's he's doing back and forth. So he's supposed to be on vacation. We weren't supposed to be doing he wasn't going to be doing any of the shows. But then when I said, "Hey, do you think you would want to come on and give me a hand with this today?" He's like, "Well, of course." So thanks, Alban, for being here for me to help keep things so I don't have to do all that.
Somebody's going to keep you in line.
Well, that's true. And tell me when to shut up. All right. So there was I was thinking of Death Star and the collaboration of that. And to me, I remember when because after when I found out on Sunday about CMan, I came upstairs because I was downstairs and had to compose myself before I came upstairs to talk to Blue. And she says, "I remember when they were talking about when CMan was first starting to try to create add-ons, and we were he was working with the gen, and we were back and forth, and him and us learning, and he was learning stuff. And I know he worked with Mark on a lot, Narcissist and Funster B, DJ, working with all those guys early on. I want to say that generation of builders or add-on developers, that generation, because we had lost a generation with letters shortly before that. And he was trying to learn. And I remember just talk with him. And then when they were coming up with talking about doing the Death Star, which was, I don't know if you guys remember the Death Star with the collaboration of it was kind of like a Navi X, but you could take one add-on and we could plug in all the XMLs from all those other add-ons, so they were all in one place. And Kodiverse, that was one that Narcissist was on with. Same idea, one add-on to have all the add-ons in it. And I remember talking with CMan about that. I was excited about it. I loved the community thing. And Chris was as excited about the idea of it and bringing people in to that as much as I was, because I was like, that's what this is about. It's about helping. And let's, instead of all having a bunch of separate add-ons, have one big add-on and everybody's stuff is in there. Nobody is mad that somebody else is in there. And he embraced that. And he was like, that's what I want. He goes, I want everybody working together. He goes, I want one location where everybody can get their add-on. So it's one location. And to me, those couple add-ons really exemplify what the community is, and him and the team, different players that helped with that, they had the same thing of bringing in everybody and then giving everybody a place with a playlist on there to have. And that was a greatly missed add-on. To have one add-on and 40 add-ons or 30 add-ons inside that one. So those are some of the great things. And look at Gandalf. We got Gandalf over here. Another, we're talking, so this is a generation before me, and I feel like I'm probably I'm the old fart in this room. Gandalf, this to me is another one of those people that helped to carry the torch that I might have had, and then carried it where then a CMan or Narcissist or some of these others grabbed that torch and moved on. So massive having Gandalf in there, a super big icon, long time guy that's retired from it. So great to have him in here giving his thoughts.
Love to see Gandalf.
Yeah, his was one of the first builds that I saw. It had an intro, and I was blown away on how he did that. And those, again, that's got to be,
yeah,
2014, 2013, maybe
12, 13. I'm thinking 12, 13.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Back in the day.
Long time ago. So it's great to see him in here, hanging with us and supporting the community. Again, he's retired, but he's still supporting through, these kind of things.
I've seen a few things on YouTube with Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got a few YouTube videos showing on Confluence builds and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was when we didn't have a lot of skins back then.
Yeah.
There's only skin, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was pretty cool. I'll tell you what, with the Confluence build, he did a lot of stuff on there.
Again, anybody that would like to jump on the show, I've got send me a message again, or as some of our other people have been doing, post it over in the side chat. Let's talk about some of the fun times, the good times, the things you learned. I know that I told him numerous times he had too many damn builds. I said, how do you keep track of all the builds?
He'd say the same to me, mind. He'd say, Simon, you need to slow down on the builds. I said, well, maybe I'm going to turn to skins. And he go, do what you want, mate. Do what you want, he'd say.
I remember when I had about 6, maybe 7 of them. And when come time to do the updates, me and him would sit there and chit chat back and forth. And I was like, God damn, man. I was like, it's time to update. I'm like, I told him, I said, I'm not really looking forward to this. And he was like, me neither. Because he had like 12 or 13 of them. I'm like, geez. I'm like, man, it's time to get rid of some of these builds. So
it's fun to make a build. It is a pain in the ass to maintain it. Same thing with add-on. Add-on's fun to make, but to maintain it is a pain.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of add-ons change the structures and this and the other, and then your oh shit, I need to redo this,
Mhm.
and it's not just one build; it's all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, what are you doing, like?
And then
But
you might miss something.
yeah, and
Oh,
you click on. I don't know. I got a bit of OCD. When I got the build up on my telly, I'll click through it, check it's all working. I go, damn it, it's not. That's not working. And I have to keep going back and keep going back, and I'm like, oh my god, OCD is
It's not lighting up.
OCD is not a good thing,
Like,
especially when you're playing on Kodi. Like,
it's not lighting up. It's not
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
It's not structured right.
And when
Yeah.
when add-ons usually change, I don't know, maybe they put something in a different area
Yeah.
of their
Yeah.
add-on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
really? Another link broken? But that's up to them, you know. But as a builder, you think, damn it, I gotta do this again.
Yeah. Hey,
hey,
cord
you guys,
cutter, your microphone or camera are not actually set up correct. So because I can't add you to the show until whatever your camera or mic is sorted out. All right, go ahead, Cody.
All right.
Cody, man.
yeah, I'm gonna get off here, you guys.
Okay.
Got a couple things to take care of, but DaButcher, I really appreciate you letting me get on here and expressing, my thoughts and my opinions and gratitude with this man that just made this community much bigger than what it was. Okay, I really appreciate that. So everybody else, man, you guys, I love you guys. You guys stay safe and blessed, and I'm out, you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Later,
Well
Cody,
said,
man.
bro. Well said.
All right.
I was looking at cord cutter. You're still what something's not sorted out with your microphone or your camera because devices are not connected. So maybe disconnect and then try to reconnect back to the link, and we'll get you in here on the show.
Don't need
Yeah.
to see the camera, but
Well, yeah, but
maybe
something's
doesn't have
set.
an avatar set or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
might be getting an avatar.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Appreciate all the comments, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. The last time I did the worm, I hurt for 4 days.
Oh yeah.
I was only 50. That was my
50.
50th birthday. Wasn't
That
it?
was your
That was my
50th.
50th.
Yep. Yes, it was.
So that's been a few years back, and yeah, that it's yeah. So yeah,
There
I
you
don't know
go.
if I'll be doing the worm anytime soon. I'll grab here's cord cutter.
I think you should.
Hey,
I
code
think
cutter.
you should do
Hey
it.
everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah, so basically how the situation is how I met CMan. It was during the early days of the pandemic when NAR just opened up the Asgard chat and CMan was just always there for me. And he was a great guy. We would always talk behind the scenes and stuff like, hey, you add me this movie, this and that. But sometimes he would just like do things out of the kindness, out of his heart, even though you wouldn't know he would be doing it. But like one of the best things I want to say
Mhm.
is earlier this year, one day I get a text from him and it says, "Hey bro, I made you this." He made me a bill that's still in the repository till this day. I didn't even ask for it. I didn't know he was doing it, but out of the kindness of his heart, he made a bill for me because he knew I love wrestling. The bill's still there. It says WWE Craze and everything, but it's in the community section. And then even though there was days when he opened up the chat, when he started Black Lightning, and then SG joined, he was like, "Bro, I got some health concerns right now. Can you not tell nobody?" And I always was like, "You got my word. I won't tell nobody." And then even this year, later this year, later this year, February, he sent me something. And SG, you probably seen this. He was making Quicksilver, but it had fen scrapers inside of it. And he was like, "Don't say nothing, nobody. Don't say nothing yet." And I was like, I won't say nothing, but I love the guy. Out of the 5 years I knew him, he was always there. We always talked, and it was nice to know him. It really was.
Oh, that's nice.
Funster B's joined in here, and again, this is another guy that has helped a lot of people, and kind of
Annoyed
sometimes
a
not
lot
the
of
biggest
people as
name.
well. Annoyed a lot of people as well. What's happening, friends?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay. Because I lost one earbud, so I'm not sure. First, I want to say condolences to the family from CMan and all the friends. I know him for maybe 6 or 7 years now, and when he first started getting into builds, he was always bouncing ideas off of me of how can I do this and how can I do that. And I always just pointed him in the direction. And he did the work himself to look for it. He was not, can you do this for me or can you do this? I just pointed him to the direction. Then he came back, I got it. And things like that. It was, yeah, that was really funny and also rewarding if you have someone who actually wants to try to do it just for the sake of knowing how to do it. That's I know he was always sending builds, videos. Should I change that? Should I change this? Should I do that? And I just gave him tips of what my view was on that, because there's no wrong or right. Then he changed something and he came back and you're right with that, but I don't like I do this. But he always learned to do it himself. And he also wanted to do more than just add a picture and change a menu bar or something. He wanted the animations, how to do this, how to make a spinner bigger, how to do a keyboard. And you can lose some time with doing a keyboard, like, and nobody noticed. But yeah, that was.
But he hated the updated repo though.
Yeah,
I remember that was one of the
he
things.
wouldn't touch. Yeah, even how do I do that? I can't. I haven't touched my repo, and I'm also the same. When it works, I try to mess with it as less as possible. Yeah. And he was kind of the same. But yeah, the thing was, it's nice to interact with people who want to learn and accept. When you talk, and when we had a time difference, so it wasn't always that easy. But back then, TK was still around.
Yep.
So I pointed him in the right direction, and he couldn't quite figure it out. So TK helped him out, and TK is much better at that than me. So, and then he came back really proud with his build, and it's like, okay, that was fun.
Well, and it's all that stuff. A lot of times builders are doing all kinds of stuff, and hardly anybody notices the things that work so hard. So hard to fix something or to create something nobody else is doing, and then like nobody even sees it. Nobody notices that like, you did.
Oh, nice. They say like, oh, nice background, and you spent like a whole week doing everything underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is I think with Kodi and things like that, with the add-ons, the skinning, everything else, to make people happy, it's a very thankless thing. People just expect it, you know. Why isn't this add-on working? Why ain't this doing it? Why ain't, you know? And I think to myself, well, you know, people have got lives beyond Kodi.
Yes.
You know, if something up isn't updated when you want it, you know, it's, you know, and that's why I love Chris, because every morning he'd be up, bang, 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 bang. He would literally updating the add-on, chucking stuff in, day to day to
He
day.
was, yeah, he was online 24/7. Like,
Yeah.
He's on a lot.
when you post something somewhere on Twitter or thing, the first like and share, that was always CMan. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dying or dead.
Yeah, you're right.
When,
Yeah.
when
I told him a
When
lot
you
of times
die,
that I told him to
you're dead,
fuck him, and he said,
No,
"Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, fuck him." And then
You
10 minutes
wouldn't
later, he did
believe
it anyway.
you wouldn't believe
Yeah.
I honest to God, right? I found out through Ellie about CMan passing away, and you would not believe the amount of DMs I had.
Oh, what's happening with the bills?
Probably, I don't know, hundreds of people DMing me. What's happening with Quicksilver? What's happening with Black Lightning? What's happening?
Yeah,
No, but it's quite
And I was
right.
like, hang on, the poor man has just passed away,
His wife has lost her husband
and you know
and his kids.
the family must be going through absolute shit.
yeah,
And you know, I'm gonna do what I can to keep his legacy going on. You know, I'm gonna sort out a server,
Bullshit.
do the get the wizard on it, this, that, and the other. But you know, it's really hard.
It's bullshit.
It's really hard. You know, that guy done so much for so many people. If somebody asked him, "CMan, can you do this?" Yeah, no problem. Bang, it'd be up. And then, you know, when
It was harsh.
it's harsh when people say, "Oh, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that?" I think, hang on a minute, the guy's just passed away. You know, I need time to sort things out. I'm grieving myself because we were good friends. You know, like what the hell? Give us 5 minutes, like, you know.
yeah.
But the guy, you know, it's as you know yourself, Dabs. He was a lovely guy, and he'd do anything for anyone.
I mean, there's been some amazing kindness, though, I think, as well. You know, I think the amount, you know, just a few people that I've had messages from that are saying thanks. You know, I mean, it was really difficult, you know, because I was asked to pass those messages on, and I mean, I know people don't probably think this about me, but I don't like being centre stage, not really. And, you know, and I had to pass those messages on, and it was really difficult to kind of try and figure out who to kind of let know first and when to make that public. And it was actually kind of funds and chains that I had to say, oh my God, I've got this information and I don't know what to do with it, you know, because we kind of worked out together kind of how to, you know, sort of how to let people know. You know, but it was just so heartbreaking. But as I say, I mean, you know, it's always like that. There will always be people in this world that will think of themselves first. But there is also some incredibly kind people that have dropped into my DMs and other people's DMs and said, actually, you know what, how are you doing? And I know that you're really good friends, you know. So I think that also needs a mention too, you know.
Absolutely.
It really does.
And I see Jean posted over there, and she works with the Diggs team. And as we said, there's first of all, the first thing people hear, oh, that's so sad. How's that going to affect me in what I want to do? And you know what? That's always going to be the case with people. There's always going to be those people. And one of the things I remember telling CMan one time we were talking about add-ons, and I said, if you, me, or any of us pass away, people are going to remember us for a week or so. I said, no, let's move on to something else. And he's like, you think that? I said, people are selfish. And that's how, and I've seen that in some, not all chats. I mean, I've seen a lot of good positive things, but I've also, when I'm reading Facebook, especially because Facebook, that's not the Telegram community. The people in Telegram mostly are community people. Facebook is a completely different beast. Anybody that has any of our build groups, and they're completely different. Those are people that are just box sellers, or somebody that watched a video or read a blog on how to set something up. And you saw that callousness of, hey, how's that going to affect me? It's like, you can't think about somebody else. I mean, so I think that we've seen both sides of this. I think for me, we've seen more positives than negatives, but you're always going to see the people that are saying, hey, how's that going to affect me in what I want to do? And, you know, we just have to look past that and say, you know what, it's what we do is important today, and don't worry about all that other noise what people are wanting, you know, because, and I said, like I said earlier, I think the add-ons are going to be very difficult to maintain and to grow because of how they're structured.
And for how much he did on a daily basis.
Yeah. Who else is going to be dedicated like that? I would. I won't. I don't want that job. So yeah, it's going to be, again, and nothing against anybody that doesn't want to do that job. Because like I said, I'll be the first one to tell you, don't sign me up for that, because I ain't going to do it. Because that's way more work than I want. So
I tried it once, and I just did it for like
a
4
week.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
See, even I overshot there. Week.
Yeah, I got it a week. I couldn't do it.
It's a lot of work. It's fun. Like I said, fun to create it. It's a bitch to maintain it.
I always, to me, it's like collecting post stamps. You busy with it every day, but why?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. It's the thing I didn't like about CMan. He always served me and stuff like that, and I don't feel comfortable with that. You know, I think maybe it's from where he is, and it's not here. I think that's it. But always, thank you, sir, and now don't sir me. I'm juvenile at best. Like,
I've seen you. You got some white hair.
Yeah. I'm still juvenile.
Yeah.
Like we all are in this panel.
Yeah.
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 I think there was one at a time. The last year, I didn't speak to CMan that much because I know he was ill, and I thought if he want to reach out, he'd reach out. Sometimes small messages, how are you doing? That's it. Because I knew he was busy with every people that needed something from him or wanted something. So I just decided to leave him alone. Yeah, not just check in from time to time, but that's about it. But when we were regularly chatting on a daily basis, he actually made a good remark sometime, and he said, "I've been on the wrong side of the fence a few times when there shouldn't be any fences at all."
100%.
That when he talked about the Kodi community.
Yep.
And that was something that stick to me. There shouldn't be fences.
Agree.
Because he was friend again. I said that early at the beginning of the show. He was friends with everybody. I mean, he didn't, because you're in this camp, I can't talk to you. He and that did cause problems for him at times, because he was like, I'm accepting of whoever. It wasn't, well, it's part of this group. I can't talk to them. He didn't have that mindset. He was, hey, we're all part of that one community. I mean, I think that's very indicative of who he is and what this is supposed to be about. We're all supposed to be helping each other, because, we all doing some shady shit, why not help each other, make it a little easier on everybody?
Yep.
So
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
You need to be there to support each other, regardless of who you're with or what's going on. Support each other. That's what it's all about.
Hmm.
let's see. It's because there's been a lot of people that said, "Hey, I was friends with him," and said, "I'm like, wow, where are you? I didn't realize it." And to me, that even makes me like him even more because I'm like, hey, he wasn't. I can't talk to this person and that, and sometimes that creates problems for him. I know that he had some issues at times with people, and because I mean, we're all in this together in a way, we're trying to find the content we want and enjoy it at a price that we're comfortable with. So we're all the
Especially
same. We're
now,
all about.
especially now is a time that we really have to get together because, it's us against them. A lot of people are, getting all kinds of other devices, and we need to be able to create the right things for them.
And I think not look down on people that may be newer to this or a little slower to learn on some of this. I mean, if you don't have patience to help someone, fine. Don't force yourself to. But everybody started at a point that they knew nothing. And all of us have grown knowledge over time, and then sharing that knowledge, because that's to me the biggest thing. Is you gain some knowledge, share it, because now it's not just with you. Now it's with 2 people or 3 or 10 or 20. So do your best to share whatever knowledge you got to keep things going. And he was always good for doing that. I mean, always sharing new things. And I think about the DMs that he would hit me up with over the last year or so would be, "Hey, have you seen this movie? It's really good. You need to watch this." Or because he was on Player Pass with us. I mean, remember?
Yep,
So,
yeah.
But he would hit me up with it. "Hey, have you
Listen,
seen this movie? Seen the show?"
he'd be leaving me messages on my Plex.
Yeah.
He watched something and say, "Yeah, you should check this out."
Yeah. There's Wolf Girl.
Did SG just fell off, or did he told you he'd leave?
I don't know. I mean, I was getting some echoing from him, so I just muted. Like if I get people, like I did it for Cord Cutter because I was getting a little bit of echo. So if I mute somebody, it's not a personal thing. It's if I start hearing feedback, and I know that especially people that are watching the streams always get upset when there's feedback. So don't take it personal. If I mute you, it's only because I'm hearing something, and you can always unmute yourself if you have something to say. But I don't know if that was it or if he needed to go. But again, we're just trying to keep things kind of going along. And it's interesting with Costa was over there talking about when CMan hit him up about the plugins, the players, wanting the players to work for what was it, TMBB helper, or was it back then? It was extended info mod, if I'm not mistaken. That was with the which now I think is TMDB. But him having to try to figure out how to make a player, and which was it's a file that you need to make it be able to play. Hey, I want to use this add-on for this movie or this content. So, and him wanting to learn how to know how to do that was another one that, because I've had to mess with those things, and they can be a pain in the ass when they don't work. You're like, why is this not working?
That's why we're here, though, to remember the man, what he's done.
Yeah.
Helped the whole community.
Classy Mouse. And again, this is just for put this out here. And I got to thank my wife for suggesting, because at first I was like, I don't know if that's, she goes, he was your friend. And he meant a lot to people. And then as the days went by, I'm like, yeah, it's probably, it's a good idea. Because I like hearing about things, how he helped other people and interactions. And, that's what, kind of learning from, you're learning more about him.
You learn more about the person you didn't know.
Yeah. Let's see, I got a little slideshow.
Okay.
We'll toss this in there.
Fantastic.
Kick this one back.
Do a little. Some of these were some images that I grabbed off of his Telegram room, and I think these are some of his builds. And if Ellie or any of you guys have anything, if you helped with some of the backgrounds, because I'm sure Ellie helped with most of these, but chime in. I just, some of these are some builds that I saw that he had. I think, I don't remember what build this one was.
That's the touch one.
Oh, the touch.
Skin from Knuckles. That's a Confluence one.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
That's a skin from Sidekick, I think, with my menu bars. But I don't know how the build is called.
I don't remember this one, and I mean, it's got his name up in the corner, and I was like, when did these?
He's still
Eminem?
it's M&M's, or what's the skin called?
Eminem.
Yeah, something like that. I think he still has a version of that in the Wizard.
Flex was a good one.
Yeah, that looks like the what's it, the Fantastic skin, or the from like that.
Yeah,
skin
there are a lot of skins now out like that.
There's one with the Death Star, and again, that was I loved that add-on. That was a great add-on. That and Kodiverse. So I think they're two different templates, if I'm not mistaken. I think one's a Gen and one's a Destiny, which was kind of like a Shadow, a precursor to a Shadow. There's the old Kodiverse.
Actually, the build that he made for me was a skin that he had brought back from either Kodi 15 or 16 that nobody hadn't used in a while. And it was cool to see that, because it was the very first build in a long time to see that skin being used. And now a lot of people have the skin again for their builds, which is really cool.
And this was all the time where if you want something or looking for something, and I know I did it, where I would say, hey, looking for this documentary. I think the first time I asked him was what was that, the NFL preseason, when they did the preseason Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks, yeah.
I think it was Hard Knocks was one of the my first request to him, because it's if you use scrapers back years ago, it was terrible. It wouldn't find nothing, or it would find the wrong episode because of the naming and all that. And I'm like, man, if we could just get Hard Knocks on there to be able to just get it. And it was like a day, if that. And I remember him messaging me, says, Debs, it's on there. I'm like, what's on it? He goes, you asked for Hard Knocks. I'm like, oh, did I? Because I was just kind of just saying, hey, I'm having a hard time finding it. And there it was, all the episodes of Hard Knocks. I think there was only at that time, there was just a few. And he says, and I will update it as soon as every time an episode comes out. I'm like, man, thanks. You know, and it's, you know, it was kind of neat to have your, you know, the in on a on the developer that's going to try to create some of this stuff. I think some of these gets into it was something that was posted there in Streaming Matters, and this rings true. You know, we need to all enjoy, tell the people that you have in your life that they're important, because we don't know, we just don't. Yeah, those were just some that some images that I'd found, and Alban had found some of these that to post. And again, I don't know if anybody else has any of his builds images. It was hard to find to find images of some of his builds because he had so damn many over the years.
Yeah, I can send you a few. I can send you a few. I got mine that he made me. I'll send that one over.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
I see Mavericks posted in Streaming Matters. It says, listen to the show, guys. I'm stuck in a hotel room on shitty internet connection. Good to hear people's memories of Chris, top guy, and will be missed. So just happen to see we're in Streaming Matters room. So again,
thanks, man.
Right, I think I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
But I just want to, you know, say thanks for asking and just giving us an opportunity just to get together to remember Chris. So yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done, El.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See you, Ali.
All right. Bye-bye.
Looks like Gene's jumping off too. Thanks, Gene. Another person that's my heart goes out to all these people that are on Facebook and some of these Facebook groups. Because I choose to ignore a lot of the questions when I'm reading somebody else's some of these groups on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God. So anybody that has these Facebook groups for Kodi, oh, bless your heart for having patience to deal with some of that stuff, because some of them are, oof, it's a bit much. I'll say the only bad thing I have to say about Chris is that he was a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Oh yeah.
Hey now, easy.
That was the only thing, which I razzed him when we would make jokes, and then he goes, well, who's your team? And I'm like, well, it's the Carolina Panthers. He goes, and that's any better? Like, I was like, yes.
I'm a Jets fan, so hey.
Hey, when you started, 20, 30 years ago watching them, it's different,
Yes.
when you're a kid watching them.
Yeah. My dad's still a Cowboys fan because he's all about the Cowboys. But yeah, I would just give him a hard time. I remember messaging him, and there would be it wouldn't be all the time, but it'd be like maybe once a season, like, because Cowboys be rolling. And I remember one time we were talking in chat, like on one of the StreamYard, we're just talking, and I said, We were talking about how well the Cowboys were doing. They were one of those seasons. They were on a roll, or, through October, November. They're owning it. And I remember saying, it's not December yet. He goes, what are you trying to say? I said, you guys fold in December. I said, I'm not worried about it. He's like, no, this is our year. We're going all the way. And it was Dak and it was this and that. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. And we would just joke back and forth. He goes, you're going to see. This is the year. This is the year we got it. I'm like, yeah, that's what they keep telling you. And I remember when it got in middle of December, near like closer to Christmas, and the Cowboys had fallen off. And I messaged him. I said, how about them Cowboys? He just messaged me back, we're not going to talk about that. And it was just that. We're not going to talk about that. That was it. So, but yeah, we just that banner back and forth and having a good time and, laughing. And it was just a great time about, again, I said it earlier, the respect. I mean, I could have political discussions with him. Can't have those with everybody.
No.
You know what I mean? And I could have it with him, even though we didn't always see things eye to eye. We could have a discussion without somebody getting butthurt. And that again it speaks to his character that even someone that doesn't agree with him, he had respect for him and respect for their opinion.
He could listen to your viewpoint.
Yeah. He'd listen, and then he would say what his was. I'm like,
Right.
okay. And then we go back and forth. And then I'm like, all right, well, I guess we just gonna agree that we disagree. Love you. And just but again, it was
That's
not
how
a
it's
big
supposed to be.
Yeah, you're right. That's how it's supposed to be. And nobody, cutting somebody off because they don't believe what you believe. Well, no, I want people to think differently than me because that's how I learn. When I talk to someone that doesn't believe the things that I believe, guess what? I learn. I learn why they think the way they think, and I'm gaining knowledge. And so that's, to me, it's always that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to question. To question's okay. Question. Ask the other person a question. Maybe they heard something or they got information that you don't have. So now you're learning. You're like, oh, didn't know that. What's up, Dean? Dean had work later. I know that.
Yeah.
Stuart's heading out. I see. Hey, thanks to the man that, showed true community. And again, that was, I think to me, that is the strongest thing that any of us can do is to show being a community member as he was.
Yes.
Talk to someone that's not on your side or on the other side, as Fun said, on the other side of the fence. It's okay to talk to them. We don't have to be on sides. That's not what it's about.
It's about community, and that's what he pushed. And that's what I liked about him.
Yeah. Oh, there's fire jumped in here. Nice. Take a look in the making sure that nobody sent me a DM and said, Dabs, you ignored me. Because that definitely, again, I don't know who CMan's all his friends were. No idea. I don't know who he was close to. I have an idea who he was close to. I shouldn't say that, but I don't know all the relationships he had with all the different people. And so I didn't want to say, hey, this person can come on, but not that person, because who am I to judge if they had a relationship with CMan?
Right.
Just because I didn't know it doesn't mean it didn't happen. So that was one of the things I wanted to make sure on this. People in the side chat can, you feel free to say what you got to say. People that come on here, you have a chance to say something if there's some experiences, because, you could have had a great experiences and I just wasn't aware of it. So I'm not here to decide if people did or didn't have a relationship. with CMan and all.
People be surprised how many people talk behind the scenes. I think I've had conversations with a lot of this panel behind the scenes, but it might not be personal on a daily level, but it's about community, and that's, you can reach out and talk to somebody if you have a question, and that's the only thing that I've always tried to push, and try to help others, and I hope that continues that way from moving forward. Nothing else in Chris's memory.
100%. I mean, if we want to honor him, just do what he did, which was to help anybody that you can help with what you know. You don't have to know everything, but if you can know the things you do know, share that knowledge with somebody. You don't have to be an expert, but you've learned some things, share that knowledge. And again, it just snowballs. DJ, my man, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
It's been a long time since I've used StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
You used to use it a lot more.
Yes, I used to, but I've just had to log in and do all that, set my mic up, set everything else up. It's like, oh, yes, yeah. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. It's been a very, very sad week. Sadly, a good friend, a good brother, sadly lost the battle.
Yeah.
And he will be. My heart goes out to Christy, his wife, and his children, and his mom and dad. He will be sadly missed. He was a really, really good friend. Me and Chris went back a long way, as you know. I remember the very first thing I did for him before he became a builder. He requested a theme, and he wanted a Dallas Cowboys theme doing. And I done him, and it kept on sort of like, have you done it yet? Dropping a note, dropping a message in me Telegram. Have you done it yet? Have you done it? And I done it, and I posted it to him, sent him, gave him all the instructions on how to use it and everything. And I kept on messaging him back. Where's the build? Where's the build? Where's the build? Because he wanted to do a build on it. So, and that's what he was pestering me. I want to do a build on it. So, but no, he will be sadly missed. I had a lot of time for Chris, CMan. And he had a lot of time for me. And it's just a bit of a shock. Bit of a shock. I know he hadn't been well. The last time I'd messaged him, he said he was really ill from the medication and everything. He was making him really sick. But I feel a bit bad because I hadn't messaged him in the last like 4 or 5 weeks to say how I was. But I'm not on Telegram that much myself anymore, as everybody probably notices. I'm hardly on Telegram now. As my thing says, I've retired. I quit because of my health. And like I say, it's just a bit of a sad occasion. And my heart goes out to all his friends and family and everybody in the Kodi community. My heart goes out to as well. Because like I say, he helped a lot of people. He had a lot of time. I was a bit of a tutor to him with his skins and how he was doing the themes and the XMLs and the artwork, and so we worked in a Pacific team together as well, as you know. And we worked, I think it was about 3 years we worked together in that team. It might have been longer. Sorry for being a bit late, guys.
Okay.
I'd got a stream all set
Mhm.
up, so I've cut that short. I've only done 2.5 hours. I normally do 4.5, so I've cut that short. I normally, as everybody probably know, I do a bit of gaming now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Watched you.
after I've done that, that's it. I'm exhausted the next day. It just takes too much out of me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you've had your struggles with health.
yes.
And
I
you've
just
had
got diagnosed with emphysema and pulmonary fibrosis. So my lungs aren't brilliant either now. So, but enough of me. It's not about me.
yeah.
It's about a very good friend, Chris CMan, as everybody knowing him.
Yeah. Well, so now you helped him with other themes, didn't you? Because
yes,
because I knew you guys, you helped him on quite a few different aspects along the way.
Yes,
helping him.
Yes,
do stuff.
I helped him with one Pacific, like that he had going.
Mm-hmm.
For some unknown reason, my screen's gone black.
Oh.
My monitor's gone to sleep. Yes, my monitor's gone to sleep, even though I'm not. How can your monitors go to sleep?
I don't know. You got to move a mouse or something.
Yeah. Well, let me just.
You on your Windows machine or your?
No, I'm on my Windows.
Okay.
I don't have Apple anymore.
Oh, you got oh wow. Oh yeah.
So let's just open in a new window. So if I open this,
we can still hear you. So obviously,
you're still there.
You're still in here because we're still hearing you.
I'll put the live stream on the other monitor so it won't go to sleep. It might be because I'm actually in StreamYard on the main monitor, so that's probably why it went to sleep. Because it probably doesn't recognise that I'm playing anything.
Yeah.
But yes, we did a lot of themes. Like I say, I did all the artwork for a Pacific add-on that he had. I helped him set all that up. I helped him a lot of the code in the add-on. I helped with. Later on, I think he used to, after he left, he used to get other people to help him out with it. Just that was down to him being ill. So he didn't have a lot of time while he was ill to try and keep it going as much as he wanted to. But yes, in the early days, most of his builds were themed by me. I did the panel work for him. I did the artwork in Photoshop and everything. So, but I was happy to do that because, like you say, at that time I was in the background of a Pacific add-on, which is I can say it now. Just like say, I have nothing to do with the K app anymore. I've stepped completely away. So
and that add-on's gone too.
Yes, that went because, like you say, the server went down, and the only person that used to grab a backup was me off the server. And because I had touched it for a year, the backup that I had was a year old, so it was too much of an out-of-date backup. And I wasn't in a position where I could actually sit there and get it all back up and running. It's like you say. How you doing, Noah?
Wow.
How you doing, boys?
Nice to see you. Well, nice to hear you.
Yeah, and you. Sad
Yeah,
times, but we're all here.
very sad times. Very sad times.
Yeah, I'm gutted personally, but
I am myself.
yeah,
So,
it was shocking to hear that news. I heard it a day late because obviously I was on one that night when it happened. I heard it through Ellie again, like
Mm,
next day. Yeah, as you know, we knew he's been ill for a very long time now. He's
yeah,
beating it, as you say. It's not beating it. It's beating it. It's not beating it. It's a shit, horrible disease.
yes,
You know, it's taken a lot of my family. It's taken a lot of my friends, and it's nasty.
yeah. It's same
That's
to
why I just
me.
say, like, live for today. Do the same
It's
again tomorrow.
it's the same to me. It's like saying I lost my
Yeah.
brother. I lost my brother last year to leukemia,
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
and like you say, he was 62 years old. But you wouldn't dream of. Well, you don't dream of any of your family, do you? Getting that sort of like stuff, and nah, they said he.
Exactly.
They said he beat it, but
You hear about everyone else. You never like think it's gonna happen to your close
yeah,
ones, but you know it's like Chris. He's been like ill for so long, and like I say, he's been like banging his contact every day, every day.
mm,
It's like Funster said, like take a break. You don't need to do it,
he
but
wouldn't. He wouldn't.
he's so stubborn and consistent, and
Mm. He, I told him to take a break and step away from it when I was really ill, and he said it keeps me going.
That's what I was. He said the same to me, DJ.
Mm.
yeah,
He said it keeps me
he's
going.
such a good guy. So I don't know if anyone you know, but his funeral is on Monday coming.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's this Monday coming because I'm friends with his wife as well on other things, and
Mm.
were there any links at the
yeah,
funeral home or anything? No, like if for donations or anything? Or no.
they are. You can either plant a tree or you can donate money
Okay,
or
great.
flowers. Yeah,
Can
but
you get that link to us
I,
so we can put it out there for everyone?
I'll get a link if it's not been shared already, because
Yeah, I
that's
haven't
cool.
seen.
Okay, great.
Yeah, 'cause
I haven't seen it down
that.
yet. 'Cause I was
No.
looking to
No,
donate
his wife
trees. I had
The
trees.
link used to be out, but we deleted it because it's a funeral. Like
Mm.
too many people showing up out of the blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe the donation link.
I just
But
put
the
donation link.
the
Yeah,
donation's
Yeah.
fine.
But you know how that works. When you post one link, you
yeah.
get
Yeah,
to the other one. That's
we're not expecting people to like just rock up and show up, like, but
yeah, but they're gonna do.
a donation is like to the chosen charity which he chose.
Mhm.
Well,
That's the
everybody
least we
should
could do.
everybody should put that link on all of their bills. You know, that would be one way to to
Yeah,
keep it going for them.
Yeah.
It's like you say, he reached out and helped so many all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you think on how many people did use his builds, his wizard, his add-ons.
Add-ons.
Well, yeah, because he had a couple in the end, didn't he? I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like say the amount of people that he helped as well.
without even thinking, he just helped people. Like he was it, like you say, he was 24/7, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was always online.
I was
I'm
looking
just
back through text, and I sent him one at 3:30 in the morning, and he replied back instantly.
yeah.
What did he say? What the fuck are you stood up?
No, he just okay, bro. You know, it's
Mm.
crazy.
Mm.
I know I don't sleep, but I don't think he slept at all.
He didn't. He didn't sleep a lot. In the end, I think the last time he said he'd sleep most of the time in his he was wheelchair bound at the last time I knew. And he used to sleep in the wheelchair, and a lot of the time he'd be in the kitchen, sort of like the kitchen with his laptop in front of him or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and he had his dogs around him. So
The last time he told me he slept well was when he got the CBD gummies online. Yeah, he goes, dude, I slept so well. That was probably about 9 months ago when he was on them. But yeah, he goes, I slept. Bless him.
Yeah.
I used to speak to him every day.
Yeah.
Proper speak to him. We'd talk through Telegram every day.
Yeah, I had recent conversations because both our daughters are going through the same sort of issues and that. So we're comparing stories.
Yeah.
Just like that at the same time. So yeah, we was how he's dealing with it, how I said I'm dealing with it. Yeah, it's a good convos out of that. Right, someone else talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. It's odd when I don't have something to.
I was
jump
reading
in
the
there.
chat. Sorry, I appreciate that
Yeah.
comment, Slam.
It's like I say, it's very hard to talk, isn't it? When you're gonna miss somebody that we all had a lot of respect for and had a lot of time for.
Yeah, exactly. I was just saying to my other half, I said these people I've known for over 10 years, and I know them, even though I've never met them. I know them.
Yep, 100%.
It's weird, isn't it? You know
It's
them. You know them as a person.
Amazing. Yeah, some people don't get on, but we just ignore that and you just don't look at it. You laugh at it, you scroll past. But other than that, this is one of the most amazing communities out there. And we're all shady as fuck.
Yeah, shady as fuck. True story. Yeah. But again, it's great to see how so often that people come together and help, and when for the people in the community that can set aside pettiness and say, for the common good here.
Well, yeah, for the greater good, we're all out there for one thing, one thing only. None of us were there for our ego. I wasn't. I never had an ego. I know there was people out there that did, and they put the knife in and bit of pettiness and, like you say, fall out. But I noticed later on, as years went by, that died away, and everybody seemed to pull together and just help each other out.
Yep, I agree. All right, so there are a lot of people helping each other, but on a positive side, there's not a lot of issues things to people to fix, and because things run smoothly, knock on wood. So, you know, sometimes people are like, well, it's just, there's nobody really doing anything in the community. Well, there's lots of people doing stuff. But there's not this major breakdown that's, you know, I think of last year when Real to Brid, you know, had their thing, and how many people were like, I'm canceling it. And, you know, it was the end of the world. But for the most part, things run smooth. There is a lot of people that help each other. Again, behind the scenes, you don't even know that these people, you know, like number of people on this panel, I know personally help. I know that they have helped this person and that person in different ways, but they don't. But these people aren't saying, "Hey, I need a badge for that, or a pat on the back, or I want you to put me in the addon XML." It's just, "Hey, you need some help? I'll help you," and that happens all the time. And I think that sometimes I want people outside of our small circle to know that there is that teamwork going on all the time. So it is great to see that it's because I mean, how many times did Kodi died? I'm trying to think, since I've been in Kodi, it's died at least 3 or 4 times. Kodi's dead. It's done. It's dead. I've seen the videos. But guess what? Here we are. I mean, still trugging along.
I think my first bill was 2012. I think we're still here.
Yeah, I'm still standing.
I don't even use it anymore.
Work.
I'm still Babylon.
Babylon. Hey, I use it, and so Blue went from, she was a Kodi girl, and then went to Plex, and she got Aubin. She got him hooked on it.
Yeah.
And then when her and I moved in together, I'm like, I mean, Plex is okay. There's a time and place for Plex for me, and I have my own Plex server. Yes, but day to day, when I'm keeping track of my shows or I'm looking for a new movie, 95% of the time I'm going to go to Kodi and I'm going to use it. And guess what? It almost never fails me. It is consistent, you know, and that's, to me, I'm still doing this and I enjoy it. There's, you know, family members that I've tried to explain this to, and some of them got it. Most of them don't. Most of them don't. And I'm like, that's cool. I mean, you know, whichever works for you. But the ones that get it, they're like, wow, okay, so I can do this and I can do that. And I'm like, yeah, if this add-on goes away, we'll plug into this one, you know. And that's, to me, the benefit, the greatest thing about Kodi is, if an add-on goes down, we have the library of add-ons to pull from, as well as you never know what the community is going to create new. That somebody, and this is when there's a vacuum, the space is filled. And we're going to see, I'm sure of it, we're going to see some new add-ons that's going to pop up, or some new builders that said, hey, I remember seeing the work that CMan did, and I really appreciate what he was doing. I think I want to give my hand at it. Because you don't have to be a IT expert. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to even do your own add-on. Just takes dedication.
Even I can do it. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and if he can do it, we know just about anybody can do it. I mean, if Noir's got it.
I think I saw on your show recently, Dabs, that there was somebody new to the community, didn't know anybody. He was just helping out, but he knew the code. And stepped up. I think he joined it through Reddit and started updating things. I can't remember the add-on or whatever, but he was on the show. I'm like, I'm glad to see that somebody new coming in.
We got Gandalf, and again, Gandalf. If anybody, this is an OG to me. I mean, I remember.
Yes,
I was starstruck when I was with Noobs and Nerds, which was prior to that was Total Revolution. And Community Portal and stuff. And I remember he was one of the builders. And I remember being in a chat. I think it was on Telegram. I think it was here. on Telegram, and he was in the chat, and I remember being, he's in the chat with me, and I'm like, I can't believe he's typing to me, and I'm asking the questions, and he's answering it. But that community's here. Those people are here, and anybody can. People want to give, and it's about giving of yourself, and that's where I think CMan shows. We just give of yourself, give of your time, be genuine, be kind, and guess what? You're going to make a difference in other people's lives, making their work a little bit easier, or helping them to develop an idea into something that's helping them. That's good for everybody. It's a positive for the community.
1000% on that. Yeah.
It's good to see Gandalf. I haven't seen Gandalf in a chat for a long while.
Yeah. I think some of the Kodi talks that I had, he snuck in on one of them, or I think the last one I had. So it was good to see him sneaking in there. I'd love to have him on the show. Again, to me, that would be one of those people that
I remember when I was
pioneer.
When I'd first started using the dreaded Apple Mac. when I got my iMac, I was talking to Gandalf on what I needed, and he pointed me in the right direction of what to use on the Apple side to do all the Kodi stuff.
I was just by an Android device.
Yeah, you did it all on a box. I don't know how. God knows how you managed to do all that.
That's why I'm blind now. I'm blind. I can't.
Wait, I thought smoking was supposed to help your eyes. Wasn't there a study that smoking herb was supposed to help your eyes?
Yeah.
You're only blind because you've been tugging it too much.
I thought you get pink eye from that.
You have to find it first.
You get sticky eyes from that.
Fumbling around down there.
Hey. Lowering the tone. Typical British people.
Yeah, you guys take it to the gutter. Always.
Get back in the bin.
Yeah, that's right. See, Cobra, another guy, that's Baroni. For the folks that are familiar, he's only had about 15 different names over the time since I've known him. Baroni's stuck though. Baroni has been his name that he's kind of stuck with on Telegram. Cobra, because remember I don't remember. You guys may not remember. He had the Cobra skin that he had. That was one of the modification, I think, of Nox.
You sure? Is that Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy Baroni.
Baroni.
I always think of pizza. Andy Baroni, pepperoni. That's how I remember his name.
Baroni.
Andy Baroni, pepperoni. Could do some jalapenos on, spice up a little bit.
Yeah, well, you can't get a pizza. It's too late for you. Well, no, can you order a pizza? It's what's it, 11 o'clock for you?
Yeah.
It's just coming up. Yeah, I can still get one in, but
yeah,
I've already eaten, so I'm not too hungry.
Yeah, we have pizza places, but they're not a Domino's or anything. We could get like you say from a
Domino.
Yeah.
Now, you can keep, to be honest, when we talk about pizza, you can keep all the chains. I don't want them. No, I can't. I'm trying to think of a chain pizza that I like, which is
Papa
I can't think of one.
The worst one. The worst one in the UK is Pizza Hut. They've just shut down 68 restaurants.
Wow.
But UK is just ripe with chicken shops. Everything's chicken, or kebab.
Yeah.
Or smash burgers. Yeah, last week I spent 70 pounds on KFC.
Oh, jeez.
But that's for 4 people. That's for me and the kids as well.
But,
All right, yeah, I ordered pizza or ordered chicken from here, and I can't. It's mind-boggling when
It
I think
is.
about a bucket of chicken is $50. Like
Oh.
a bucket of chicken, $50.
Mm.
I mean, what's? I mean, did you hand raise these chickens? Feed them with a little dropper? I mean, what the hell? So
I had a McDonald's earlier. I don't have takeaway food very often, and because I was running a bit late, I stopped off. I don't as a rule. I needed milk and bread, normal stuff. So because I was running late and I was starting streaming, I thought I'll grab a McDonald's on the way back. And they're doing, is it a world heist sort of like thing over here at the minute, Lee? McDonald's?
Yeah, the McSpicy with the pineapple on it.
Yeah, so I had, what was it? The Canadian maple and barbecue, flipping bacon burger. I had 2 of them, and they're not big over here. They're an average size. They're not
but you pay Canadian prices, so you pay like $700 on 2 burgers.
I had 2 of them, 6 garlic and pepper chicken nuggets.
God bless your toilet later.
And that'll be God bless it in the morning. That'll be, and what else? And the large fries. And she said that's £22.98 or something like that. I nearly fell out my car window.
Luckily, your wheelchair stops you.
It's tough to eat out there nowadays. That's how I eat at home. I don't go out to dinner maybe once every 2 months. That I'll go and grab something to eat. I don't do that because you can't. I don't know how people eat out on a regular basis. I don't know. How do you afford that?
Forget about people. I'm talking about kids. I remember hanging out at, any fast food place when I was a kid, and getting something. These kids today can't afford nothing in there.
No.
Well, all they want is a damn a latte.
Yeah, it's true.
Give me a latte that's $10.
And sit there for 3 hours and terrorize the rest of the customers.
Yeah.
Damn kids.
Damn kids.
I don't eat out much.
Yeah.
It's just too damn dear in the UK to eat out all the while, and these are the things that make it awkward. But
yeah.
Auburn will understand when you're a diabetic. It gets a bit awkward when you're a diabetic and you got to do stuff before you eat.
Yeah.
But you have yours automated, don't you, Auburn, now?
Yeah, everything's automated.
Yeah, well, mine isn't. I have to inject myself. So to take all that stuff with me to eat out with the family,
it's crazy.
Then then people are looking at you while you're trying to get yourself insulin, and
and they're thinking that you're taking heroin.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm taking medication. I'm not a junkie.
I'm taking medication to keep me alive, folks.
I'm taking medication so I can eat this crap.
Yeah.
Hey, look at here, Baroni. So look at Baroni wrote in here. I remember joining a group with Blue, Wolfie Lee. Well, I always call him Wolfie Lee, but Wolfie Lee and a few others. I felt privileged. He didn't mention my name in there because I was in that group too, Baroni. I think I was one of the ones that said, "Come on in. My feelings hurt." It's a guy that hurts my feelings.
Good.
I'm just fucking with him. No, it's all good. Yeah, it was. Some of those days were fun, and again, that was for me in those NAN days. it was a team, and the same thing in a community where you're working together, trying to come up with new things, developing, want to come up with some ideas, and then feeling heard, and feeling that your opinion mattered. And that was, again, in this community, there's so many people that their opinion is valued, and that's the good thing. I mean, you can be a regular person and create something that lots and lots of people love. Just being a regular guy or a gal. So yeah, it was good times. Good times. Now I can't get my wife to even come on the show.
Is she washing right now? She's in the kitchen.
Yeah, she needs to be.
Oh,
Hey, all right. No, so this is all fun because me and Blue. All right, so Blue, she's very.
You're hoping she's not got her phone and watching.
She's super. Well, Auburn will tell you she's super laid back about everything. And how many times, Auburn, where you see her come bring my plate before we start a
she
show?
brings a plate and she kisses him, rubs him down, and I'm just like, fuck, you couldn't even bring me something, let alone turn and let me see your face. All you do is I see a head of hair, her sucking face with him. I'm like, geez.
Bring me a sandwich or
a sandwich,
bring me a drink, and she'd go in there and make it. Auburn's like, damn, I need me to have one of those.
Yep. What away with me.
But hey, that there again, another Kodi story. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And I think of when I first met her, and I really kind of didn't like her. But it how that relationship, that friendship that her and I had way before, and then turned into me moving, changing countries, changing careers.
Cobras asked a question. What was the add-on with Lou's place? And that was Bob.
Phoenix. No, Phoenix was the first one.
Yeah, but
she was in Phoenix, and then she came to Bob's.
Yeah,
she came to Bob's.
I remember it in Bob.
Yeah, Bob, and then we had Bob Reloaded, because we had created Bob first, and then
Bob Reloaded.
TVA did not like that we were using the resolve URL, and said that we had to stop within 7 days, and Mid wrote whole scraper packages and did everything in 7 days, and then we came out with Bob Reloaded.
Is that when you added the GIFs to the thumbnails?
Yeah, Bob Reloaded. Yep, Bob Reloaded had the animation, which I wanted animation, and I was like, nobody else is doing that.
No.
Can we do that? And it's like, don't see why we can't. And
what was that?
Blue made all the icons too.
Was that 2017, Bob?
It sounds about. I think it was before then. Maybe 16. It was 16 or 17. I think Bob Reloaded, because I
remember making Bob backgrounds like.
Might have been.
Wow.
Might have been 16. God.
I think it was 16, 17. Speaking of drinks, you want one? Yeah, babe. There she is. She comes sneaking in. You speak of the devil.
Yeah, that's great. What do you want?
If can I have just another one of these? Sure. It's down in the refrigerator downstairs.
She said sure.
Oh, Sharon.
No, she's already gone. She's gone to get my drink.
And make me a sandwich while you're at it.
Well, I already had my sandwich.
And let the dog out.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's weird how this hobby of ours, the people we've come in contact with, and this goes back to the blessings that I can say for me, the blessings of people on this panel, as well as like we were saying with Chris, Luce. I saw mentioning Luce, another freaking awesome guy. So, don't want to say hi?
Hi.
Noir says hi.
Hey, Blue.
Oh, I love you.
Hello, Blue.
I love you too.
DJ said he loves you. Tribal Eyes. Everybody said hey.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, see you later. I'm going to have a vodka now.
What?
Oh, go have you a vodka drink.
Tell her to pick up her phone and jump on.
It ain't gonna happen.
Nah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Is Chris
might come
B
on-
still around?
She might come on YouTube, though. She might jump on, but she might come on YouTube.
Maybe. I don't know. Look at Redneck says I got it made. Again, with this, sometimes, folks, and this is not an exaggeration. When things are like right, I mean, this is with her and me, it's like there's just such a give and take and a understanding and the to finding that person that's your complementary person. And that's with her and me, it is, and I know when she likes her space, and guess what, I like my space. And she'll even listen to me when I talk too much, and I can tell sometimes she gives me a look, and I can say, I'm at critical mass with her right now, but she'll be, and just a smile and I know that's probably time. Dabs needs to shut up. But it's not shut the fuck up. It's just and I know, okay, I'm at that point. I need to stop. But that's what's great about this place.
That's it. I don't know why I was hiding behind an icon before.
Yeah, what are you hiding from? You have ex-wives looking for you, or?
No, I have nothing to do with it anymore, do I? So
yeah, no, you don't do it. Other than you got your live streams that you do.
Yeah,
and again, gaming. If you guys want to follow, DJ does some. He does some gaming, and it's on Twitch, isn't it?
I did
or
have.
Facebook.
I do it mainly on YouTube.
Yeah, or I said Facebook. I meant YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know I get the notifications.
I do it all on YouTube. I did do it on both Twitch and YouTube, and I just stopped doing it on both. I just do it on the one platform now.
Yeah, you're playing that brutal headshot game.
Yes.
I look at your videos. Oh yes, look at this headshot. You're blowing someone's brains out from 500 yards.
Yes.
He's pretty good at it too.
Yeah, but at 8 o'clock in the morning, it just destroys my soul.
Not a way to start your day. I just want to say, all right, guys, hold on a second. Wolf Girl is getting ready to leave, and I just think that this is another testament. And it says she's going mobile, so she's jumping off. So thanks, Dabs, for a brilliant tribute. CMan taught me I need to stop hiding, and he is right. I had to be here for him. Don't hide. Don't if there's people you don't get along with, don't let other people tear you down. And I'm sure Chris would say the same thing to you. Just because one or two people got an issue with you,
we're all the same.
Yep.
That's what it's.
And you're never going to make everybody happy.
No.
So you don't try. And if somebody is bad in your life, if someone brings you more unhappiness than they bring you happiness, you need to let them go. Because again, life is too short to have people in your life that are bringing you unhappiness or uncomfortableness or question yourself. Find somebody that brings you up, and because you can't be who you need to be if you're listening to those naysayers that are pulling you down. So awesome. It's good to see you. And again, another person that I've seen in the Kodi community for a long time.
His lordship has decided to join the show.
Yeah. Look at here. Husham and XBMC Connect. All right. I met XBMC Connect there in Toronto. Met him, and actually when I met Blue for the first time, I met her and him, and who was there? Diesel was there. He was from Noobs and Nerds. And
God, look at the state of that, Lee.
What's that, mate?
Look at the state of that.
What am I looking at?
You got your glasses on.
Yeah, I know. I can't see. I'm fucking blind, isn't I? There you go.
No, you're all right, matey. I've got mine on because I'm blind as a bat. I have to wear them nowadays.
I only wear them for a fashion statement.
Nah, I need them.
Unless you see me reading like this.
I need them to read.
Oh, I need them to read and see far away. I'm double screwed. It's both ways.
I just need them to see stuff close up. And it's like I say, it doesn't help trying to play a game and shoot people at 500 meters. We're with a 2x scope as well. So.
I'm glad you're right, mate, because you've been off the radar for a bit, really.
Yes, I have. I'm all right, matey. I am fine. I hope everybody else in the Solat thing is the old group, admin group, the old team.
Yeah.
And so I say, yeah, I'm
that's
fine.
the reason why I love this community, because everyone cares for each other.
I'm fine. I'm doing what I need to do. Put it this way. And yeah, I do a bit of gaming 3 times a week. I think that just keeps me going. A bit like a bit like Chris would say, he did what he loved. Keep him going. I just couldn't, because there was just a state where, because I'd hurt my neck and everything, I couldn't sit at a computer. So
yeah,
like I say, yeah, I've had that operated on. I've had a titanium cage screwed into place, but I still haven't got full movement. If I go left and right, I can't do the full turn to the shoulder and touch my chin on each shoulder like most normal people can.
Yeah.
But
maybe we can stick you in Robot Wars or something.
Well, I hear Elon's got a little chip that you can stick in your head, and you'll be good as gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could get you a chair with wheels so you can turn, and swivel.
I know what he could do. I know what he could do with that flipping chip. Stick it up his backside.
I always wondered, like they said that there was thousands of people wanting to sign up for them. Like, how bad's your life got to be to say, you know what, I think I will be okay to be a guinea pig and let them stick a microchip in my head and see how it goes. I don't know. It's got more ways of going wrong than going right. And next thing you know, I don't want to be waking up, and we've seen movies, next thing I know, I'm a hired assassin for some.
Yeah, right.
Elon goes,
30 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, thank you. No, I'll take with the shortcomings that I got going on. I'm good with them. Just don't ask me to read somebody's name. Ain't that right, Alvin?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you couldn't read mine. Jeez.
Hey, Lee, Blamo says, don't forget to pass that on.
Pass what on?
What you're smoking now. Don't forget to pass it on. Share. That big blunt that you're smoking.
Yeah. Blamo, Samuel. Right, bruv.
Well, I mean, I don't feel bad for it. Blamo lives in Canada, and it's 100% legal. You can order it in mail. You can drive. You can drive 2 kilometers and go to a store. So, it's way too. He gets probably more because it's not legal in the UK, is it?
No, nah. I don't think it is.
It's not at all.
I think
here it's everywhere.
Some people can on medical grounds, can't they, Lee?
But coming into the country illegally and stabbing people, that's totally fine.
some people on medical grounds. On medical grounds, they can
puff pass there.
I don't think you can. I think you buy CBD legally, but not medical cannabis. Not like you can like in Canada and US.
Yeah.
When you go to a store and buy it.
I'm not
Here
sure
in-
myself.
Here, I know here I can order mushrooms. I can order magic mushrooms and have them delivered right to the door. Gummies. I got a whole box of them over here. That's
Mushrooms are a no-no.
Oh yeah, mushrooms though. I say I do know I do have friends that do microdose mushrooms on a regular basis to deal with their own issues they got going on. But I'll tell you, mushrooms are not for me.
No, I did a back.
They're hard. They were hard on my body. And I tried some a couple times.
Yeah.
So what you do with the rest of them?
I gave them away.
You gave them out to the kids today?
Trick or treat.
Well, hey, it is cold. I felt bad for the kids. No, I had some, and I ended up just giving away what I had left because after Blue and I did some, so it was the second time her and I did some, and that didn't go so well for what I was hoping for it to be, but it just did not play out well. And I said that's not for me, and so I had a buddy, and I'm like, here, you just take them. And he's like, oh, I'll pay for them. No, take them. Because I'm just gonna throw them away. But some people love them. Some people some people use it as a way to not be on a narcotic for PTSD or some issues like that they microdose.
Yeah, they're not so big over here now. They were massive in late 80s into the 90s, mushrooms. Yeah. Then it went away, then ecstasy come out. Oh, you had LSD before that, the tabs. Then you had, pills, ecstasy pills. And then people start getting chewed, getting ketamine. It kills horses.
Yeah.
I mean,
you gotta be careful with some of this other stuff.
But yeah, I don't know.
User. Truly great man, helped me, taught me so much, always had a great conversations with him about everything. All right, boys, let's wrap this up. You guys, we can chit chat after the show is over. We can chat all we want on here. But I'll let you guys. I'm gonna start with Noir because he's down in the bottom for me. Anything you want to say before we jump off?
I want to say that big shout out to the boy CMan, AK Chris, Rocky, Hub. Fly high, man. Fly high.
Cord cutter?
Yeah, just everybody stay strong. Just remember, we need to remember he was here. Not forget that just remember that he was here and never forget him. That's all I can say.
Thank you. Fun? Munster? He fell asleep. Maybe it's late. I'll swing back if he's back in. DJ?
Yeah, all I could say is like, fly high, bro. I will miss you. I'm gutted that you have actually left this world. And please, everybody, let's all remember him.
Yeah, true.
He touched a lot of hearts, and that's how I want to pay my respect to him. Is touch his heart and everybody else's family. And I will never forget him because I've still got a lot of his work on hard drives. On hard drives that I've got that I kept of the Kodi days.
Thank you, DJ. Tribalize?
Yeah, first off, just prayers for the family. I'm thinking of them. Second, much respect to CMan. As much as he meant the community, meant to me. At least we can do this panel and talking to everybody in the chat is to try to strive for community, coming together, teaching others like he did. The least that we can do.
Nice.
Thank you. Nice. Mr. Aubin?
Hey,
I'm still at a loss for words. CMan, love you, bro. I just hope there's a way that we can not let anyone ever forget you. If what you've taught so many people, I just hope that they all learn and pass it on. You have to. To your family, my heart goes out to them. And I just wish there was more we could do for you. I love you, man. Go ahead, Dabs.
Nice.
I'll just say that I love the guy. He was a good friend. And as we were saying, there's numerous that are friends, even if we live thousands of miles apart, never met face to face. We have friends, people that care about us, people that interact with us. And I think through this, I've seen Chris interacted with so many people with a positive impact with their lives. Yes, can we try to honor him by being that community, by helping others, by not talking to someone because your circle doesn't talk to that person. That's how we can honor him, by being better people and be a better community. I think he showed us, and he didn't try. He wasn't this. The guy didn't try to do this. He just did it because that was him. And I think that I'm thankful that he was my friend. I don't know why with this it hits me. It's because he was a friend, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's not around anymore. But he is. He's around because he's in the lives of the people that he touched, and he taught, and he encouraged, and that's how he's still with us. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that came on the panel that was willing to share. I thank the people over on the side chat that posted comments and thoughts and condolences. I thank the people that posted in Streaming Matters for the last week. Thank you for your thoughts, because it's great to see CMan through your eyes. And then again, thoughts and prayers to his family who are going to be missing him tremendously. So thanks to that. Thanks to everyone that was on here. And yes, buddy.
You don't have to thank me. I'm honoured to be on here, and I would just like to say a big thanks to CMan for everything. Thanks for him sharing himself. It's not about us sharing me. It's about him.
100%.
I echo your words, bud.
I agree. That's what we're here for.
Good. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Curtains falling on the screen. Hope you laughed and learned a bit. Had some fun and skipped routine. Time to close this crazy shit. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time to say goodbye. Through the streams and download set. But now it's time for us to fly. Information, picked up tips and tricks to enjoy. But now we leave this online station. It's time to pack up every toy. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time for us to fly. Through the streams and download set, you can kiss my ass goodbye.